Hey, so we have a problem.
Clearly, it's an agenda to be pushing this gay narrative on us down our throat. The agenda that Sean King brought up is a real key piece because I want to know why would you bring this
I
up?
never thought in a million years that I would see a Madden cover with one of the best players with his fingernails painted. A game that sold to billions of little boys. What kind of message are they sending to these little boys? Us daddies gotta go tell these boys that we got raising them to be men. That's wrong, son. That's for women.
Y'all want to push this agenda? Y'all want to make our men look like this? It need to be some manly thing. It should have showed Caleb Williams throwing that football looking mean. It's supposed to be some physical alpha energy on that cover. Not no fingernail polish.
That was the reaction to Chicago Bears starting quarterback Caleb Williams appearing on the cover of the newest Madden video game. Like clockwork, bad faith actors cosplaying as macho men were big mad.
I'm talking about the fingernail polish. They not rocking with that. He not rocking with that. Aqib Talib ain't rocking with that. So it just shows you that fingernail polish stuff is weird to me, man.
Before we get into it, did that man just use Aqib Talib as his voice of reason? You know, Aqib Talib, the guy who was sued for wrongful death in response to the fatal shooting of a youth football coach. Did you mention Aqib Talib, the guy who shot himself in the leg? We should definitely trust his judgment. For sure. Now, Lil Boosie of Wipe Me Down fame started the conversation once more by posting that, you know, Caleb, people look up to you. And he wrote, you want respect from your teammates and your hands look like they bitch nails at home. SMH, sweet ass N-word. Boosie has fathered 9 children. He came to fame with the group, and yes, this is the name of the group, Concentration Camp. At one point, he admitted to paying for a hooker to perform O-sex on his underage sons and nephews. Because per the video he posted, he wants to raise them right. This is his exact quote in a video that was posted on his IG account. Lo and behold, thank goodness we received parenting advice from him. Yet nails is where he draws the line. For Boosie, and for the record, he lives in Louisiana, where it's illegal to solicit sex workers and for anyone older than 17 to engage in sex, including oral, with anyone under that age. If true, the claims would represent SA. Same dude, by the way, who made it a point to announce he was banning trans women from a pool party that he was throwing. Beacon, of course, of the stances that we should uphold. Now, remember the rapper DaBaby?
You didn't show up today with HIV, AIDS, any of them deadly sexually transmitted diseases that'll make you die in 2-3 weeks. Put a cell phone light in the air. Lady, if your pussy smell like water, put a cell phone light in the air. Fellas.
Lights up.
Fellas, if you ain't sucking nigga dick in the parking lot, put your cell phone lights in the air.
Let's be real about this shit.
Just as predicted, Boosie would post a video via Instagram backing him up. He also, Boosie would, attack Lil Nas X, a gay musician, saying the rants against the gay lyricist are making a difference. He'd add if Lil Nas X took his own life, he, quote, would do this world a huge favor. Nobody wants you here. That is who is steering this entire conversation about Caleb Williams and him painting his nails. Now, the guy who is practically begging for a pardon from the Trump administration because of his federal gun possession case in San Diego, once more, is steering the conversation. Are you following me here? By the way, speaking of a gun case, Lil Wayne posed for photos with Donald Trump prior to the 2020 election. Remember that? Well, he was pardoned by the MAGA leader. Likewise, Wayne, a fan of the Bears' rival, the Green Bay Packers, tweeted, "We just lost a playoff game to a N-word with purple nails." To Jason Whitlock, Coach JB, Lil Boosie, Lil Wayne. You know what I hardly hear from y'all? The amount of players who are arrested for domestic violence. the amount of players who are arrested for assault, the amount of players who are arrested for strangulation, the amount of players who are arrested for a case involving firearms. How about animal cruelty, DUI, R-word, kidnapping, battery, burglary? I mean, it remains crystal clear. Sports are not for everyone, even if the symbolism is quite beautiful from none other than Caleb Williams himself.
It started, I'd say now 3 years ago. It was my last year of high school. My mom does nails, so started off there, and she's done it for my whole life. And so it's kind of always been around me, and then nobody else does it. I like to kind of do new things. I don't really care what people have to say about it.
So every week it changes?
Every week it changes.
Oh, there's nothing wrong. I get manicures, man.
Yeah,
There's nothing wrong.
I've
We got to
always
keep
got
our hands
manicure.
fresh.
Gotta keep your hands fresh. This is where all the gold comes from.
I was going to say, this hand right here and this arm is
right
going to take you a lot of places, so you got to keep it looking good.
With not just paying homage to his mother, a nail technician, but also how he often incorporates an awesome cause into the nail paint, supporting things like mental health support, breast cancer awareness, and acceptance of trans individuals. For example, Monday Night Football, ESPN has paid billions of dollars, it feels like, in order to have the rights to the game that is only on Mondays and gets bigger ratings than Thursday Night Football. Here's what he did against in-division rival, the Minnesota Vikings. Williams had 988 on his left hand. That would represent, per Outsports, the national hotline aim to help people avoid taking their own lives. On his other hand, the outlet says it is a suicide prevention ribbon. Williams, by the way, also runs a foundation called the Caleb Cares Foundation. Per the official site, the mission of the Caleb Cares Foundation is to prevent bullying, shine a spotlight on mental health, and empower young people. As the founder of Caleb Cares, Caleb will dedicate his time and resources to eliminating bullying and empowering the underdog. You know, I hear Boosie bitching and moaning and groaning about, Caleb, you're supposed to help these kids, man.
What message are they putting on these billions of little boys who buy these games? When is enough enough? It's a sad day for Madden.
You're supposed to help inspire these kids. Well, you know what? Caleb Williams is doing just that.
And not just daddies, these mothers, single mothers who raising boys to be men. You have to tell your son, that's not right. Or in a couple months, he going to play in your fingernail polish. You know what I'm saying? Next is going to be lipstick on the covers, thongs. Is that enough? Man hiking a ball with a thong in his ass. I never thought I would see this, you know. A game that sold to billions of little boys. You're pushing it.
A few thoughts. Why are we going after single mothers? Why is that your target? There is no justification whatsoever. Secondly, why are you thinking about these hypotheticals? You know what that tells me? You have a problem.
So character only comes into play when it looks different than yours, huh? It is always the men that are so visibly and clearly insecure within their own sexuality that are the fastest to criticize another man for doing anything that doesn't fall under what they consider to be traditional gender norms.
I want to reiterate. It says something about you, my friend.
So I guess Lil Boosie believes that Caleb Williams on the cover of Madden 27 is an agenda to turn your sons gay. I think all this is rooted in this idea that there's some magical word or image that someone could show someone that could turn them gay. And that is not how it works. To be gay is not about what you wear. It's not about how you talk. None of that. Being gay is about a man being sexually attracted to another man. Outside of that, it is not gay. Now, you might say it's masculine and feminine presenting, but it should be noted there are some very masculine presenting men who are gay. And there's some very feminine presenting men who are not. And so here it is. You have Caleb Williams, who is an NFL player, one of the best quarterbacks in the league, A tough dude who just paints his nails and has always painted his nails. But for some reason, you think that this is going to be the thing, the agenda that's just going to turn all these kids gay. But what about the agenda that you've been pushing? Is it turning our kids into violent criminals? That's what Republicans say. Republicans say that people like you are the reason why black kids can't get under control. What responsibility or accountability do you have, Boosie? And if you're not willing to take that responsibility and accountability, then you should not point a finger.
The silver lining, he is in the minority on this drummed up issue.
Homophobic Boosie is doing what he does best. He sees something he deems gay, and he has to let the world know that he does not condone that, and that is not safe for the young boys in the community. Meanwhile, what did Boosie contribute to young men? He contributed misogyny, he contributed homophobia, he contributed gang violence, he contributed gun violence, he contributed ignorance. What the fuck do you do to help to better the fucking community besides be a nuisance to the LGBT community and make music? You don't help or contribute shit. You are just a dumb, ignorant man that hates to see gay people living their best life. And it's like people that have your mentality, especially in 2026, we are way past this shit. There was a time when having earrings as a man was deemed gay, and in 2026, that is no longer the case. So you can continue to be stuck in your ways, Boosie, but you show time and time again that you are just an ignorant man that hates gay people, and you do nothing to help contribute to the community. You are a detriment to the community. You are just a fucking hater.
Surprisingly, and I can't believe I'm saying this, you know who had a good take? Cam Newton.
Nowadays, we have so many different examples of players expressing themselves by way of fashion, tattoos, hairstyles. It's not for me to say, who the hell does Caleb Williams think he is, more so than just respecting it. Times have changed. Anybody that's over the age of 30, we have to walk in a world where certain things that we thought was not cool or uncool is completely different now. These kids are doing things that we would have never done. It was Jay-Z, one of his tracks off of 444, like, let's stop acting like Tupac can have a nose ring too.
So to those who are dissenting on an issue that is not even an issue, I take back using that word in this context, on this subject. Here's what I will say to you. As the lead in the show Magic City said, you have to evolve or die. All this stuff is from yesteryears. I know that the guy that you probably support want to take us back there, but this is a sign. Evolve or die. Get with the times. We have bigger fish to fry, and there are way more pressing problems than Caleb Williams showing symbolism and truly caring, not just about the community, but society at large, to say, I see you, I hear you, I recognize you, I'm with you, than any of the BS that you guys are spewing or putting out on social media. This is dinosaur level thinking. And I gotta be honest, I can't wait for it to be like a fossil.